Hey Juventus fans, welcome back to the channel. We got a show for you today. I'm warning, some of the news might be a little triggering. I don't mean for you, I mean for me. Some of the stuff I'm just, playing out not going to be happy about. Not going to be exciting to hear. Some of the news may be good, but some of the news may set me off a little bit. We'll see, or at least later on it will. So let's see. Let's go ahead and dive into it now. So what we have for you in this rundown is the Juventus Alberto situation is difficult. We'll talk about that, especially when we spent a lot of yesterday talking about Luis Alberto. We've got the Frabotta is given a chance. What does that mean for the club going forward? We keep having these terms, we keep talking about these players going back and forth. We'll see what happens there. We've got Allegri's wish. What is Allegri's wish going forward for the club? And then we got Perin, and we have to talk about him. So let's go ahead and jump into it now, and then we'll get you covered and in and out with the news today. Stay tuned now. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today is Saturday, July 10th, 2021, the day before the Euro 2020 final between Italy and England. I know you're excited. I know I'm excited. I can't wait for tomorrow. It's a big day for the country, for the club players that play for Juventus that are Italian. I can't wait. It's weird. I'm nervous right now. I feel an expectation for this team to win, but at the same time, it's ingrained in my DNA as a fan for any team that I'm a fan of, just to be pessimistic about our chances. That's who I am, unfortunately. But I'm excited for what could come out of tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be meeting tomorrow, talking about some positives from, occurrences that happened yesterday. Anyway, before we do anything else, go ahead and hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and hit that bell icon to stay notified with all the information from our channel. Let's go ahead and jump into it, and we'll talk about it now. I guess a little bit of the information, when I say triggering, was this first one, and that's regarding Romeo Agresti and his report that Juventus needs to sell. So it is inevitable that Juventus Mercado will come to a halt if there are no departures. There are no arrivals. Which, I'm sorry, I don't give a damn at this point. What you need to sell, whatever you did. You did whatever you did last year, and now you're back in the situation again, reset with Rugani and all these players that you should have sold, or you should have found some solution to, or you should have not signed to this deal to begin with. Some of it's just ridiculous, and you put yourself back in the situation. But if you're going to say that there are no arrivals, as in no Locatelli, no nothing, then I will be pissed off as a fan, and this club is a joke if that is what you're doing. I don't truly believe that that's what's going on. I would imagine that Locatelli would be a signing that they would hopefully pursue, and regardless try to finish the deal without having to sell or whatever anybody else. At least that's where I said, heck, even if it's only Locatelli, that's fine. But if they try to use that excuse of like, no, we can't sell anybody, so we're not bringing anybody in, that's bullshit, and I'm not here for it. So let me know your thoughts on that. I'm not happy about it. That's what it is. Oh, and then talking about other news that's I don't want to say head scratching, but confusing, as Giovanni Albanese is reporting about Frabotta, saying that Juventus are in no hurry to decide the future of Frabotta, who has already resumed training. Allegri wants to see him work before expressing an opinion. The player will try to convince him to stay. Genoa and Atalanta remain at the window. That's a term I guess to use. So we've heard lots and lots of rumors going around that, Genoa and Atalanta want Frabotta. We've heard, basically DiMarzio and other people reporting basically it's, a lock or it's almost done multiple times in recent weeks. And this week and then weeks before that. The one thing that confuses me is that Rovella is out at Genoa and they're going to leave him there for the preseason stuff, but he wants to see Frabotta. I understand these are two different positions, obviously, but at the same time, why not bring all the youth in and see all their potential together, especially Frabotta, who honestly, I feel like at the end, he played well, or he played serviceable enough against some of the lower teams overall, but when it came to actual real competition in Serie A. He was just not up to par when it comes to that. And I would like to see, Rovella, these players get a chance as well, not just for Frabotta. I'm sure, Fajoli will. But, I think if you're going to go in and you're going to evaluate young talent, I think bring them all in and let them all do it. And don't just, cater to Frabotta. I mean, I understand. Like I said, you may be looking at defensive players that you need to stack as backups. But at the same time, I don't know. To me, it's just give them all a chance. I'd like to see what they all can do rather than just now it's going back and being like, yeah, Frabotta, we'll see what he does. I don't know. That's me. And then we got Romeo Gresti talking about Pjanic, saying that Genoa is thinking about keeping Marko Pjanic, but the parties still need to talk about it. To think that the Croatian could stay at Juve at the moment is a utopia. So maybe this is a translation error for me. Let me know. I think I'm reading this right, but I think when he's saying that at the moment it's a utopia, I think he means that's a fantasy. It's not going to happen. He's not going to return to Juve. He's not going to stay at Juve. Yada yada yada. But I think especially with the some of the situations talked about that came out recently, I don't want to address them here. Some of them are pretty. I also don't know the outcome of them. You just hear when they come out. That's one of those things that I don't like and I don't enjoy. That people love to slander a person's name, but then sometimes the outcome may be different than what we thought initially. But that person's name's still in shambles because they're not going to press the news about, oh, we were wrong, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what the outcome of that was. Just to preface, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to talk about it. And I've talked around it for this long. Anyway, not going to talk about it. But anyway, we'll see what that means. I don't know. Does when he says that utopia would mean it would be a great situation for the club? Or does that mean what I think it means, which is just it's a fantasy that's not going to happen? Let me know in the comment section down below. And then we've got Romeo Gresti talking about Rugani, saying that Rugani has received 6 to 7 loan offers between Italy and abroad. But this is a case that should be associated with Di Maria. In any case, the player will be present on July 14th for the preseason. So that's how the news is going today. That's the situation that I found ourselves in. Is that Rugani? He'll be present for preseason. That's fine. Preseason doesn't matter. But at the same time, like if there's anybody who we know that's not up to par for Juventus standard on the defense, it's Rugani. Can we just get him moved, please? Whatever we gotta do, just get it done. I don't even need the thought of him being on the bench to come in and play defensively for Juventus in the upcoming season. No thanks. And then in your regularly scheduled yesterday's news doesn't matter and everything we talked about doesn't matter update, we have Daniele Longo talking about Luis Alberto, saying that Juventus are not in the running to sign Luis Alberto. Barring any surprises, he will remain at Lazio. So again, I mean, I think the whole situation with Luis Alberto, especially given his contract situation with the club, Lazio and Juventus are not on the greatest of terms. Especially, like I said, any of the smaller clubs are not going to be on the greatest of terms with Juventus following the UEFA the Super League issues and all that. But regardless, they weren't in the best of terms anyway before this. So, I didn't see the deal really going through, especially unless he was on a free where he could choose where he would go. I just didn't see the two clubs being able to come to an agreement. But regardless, it appears they're not in the running. He'll remain at Lazio is what appears to be on the table. So basically we wasted a lot of our time yesterday, but that's why we do this. You know what? I do want to cover this right now when we talk about this. So I hear so many people have reached out and been like, well, why don't you just cover the hard factual news? Like when I say this, like, why are you covering the rumors? Why are we supposedly eating like the trash when it comes to all like the rumors that pop out? You know why? It's because if there weren't rumors in sports, if you're just covering the hard fact news, you're waiting for freaking Juventus to come out and confirm a player. So you get one of these videos, what? Once a month, twice a month or something like that. That's ridiculous. It's preposterous. That's why we're fans, because we're fanatical and we love and we crave everything Juventus. So I'm sorry, guys. We're going to cover rumors. I love rumors. I come with the preface that yes, these are rumors. Some of these rumors come to fruition, but it's rumors. It's it's news. A lot of these are statements made by Romeo Gresti, who I trust more than anything, who I feel like has earned his spot. So you know what? We're going to cover it. So. Again, if you don't like it, you don't have to, you don't have to believe everything, but that's the way I look at it. If you disagree with me, let me know. I just don't know what you expect content-wise if we're not covering some of these juicy rumors. I don't know. That's just me. Also, sometimes it's just fun just to talk as fans. To do a little bit of a when we have this premise of just speaking on these different topics, that we just kind of get to daydream, different lineups that we prefer. Oh, this player's coming up, this could happen. Oh, Donnarumma could come to Juventus, stuff like that. Anyway, let's move on. That's just something I just wanted to make a statement. I just don't know what you're expecting. Do you just want no news ever? Do you only want like one update every 2 months? Because sure, whatever. Anyway, Fabrizio Romano is talking Chiesa. He's saying there's no chance for Bayern to sign Federico Chiesa this summer, despite rumors. He's considered untouchable, and Juventus are not selling him. Chiesa will be one of the key players in Massimiliano Allegri's project. So, I don't know anybody that, if you were truly worried about any of these situations and rumors of anybody pursuing Chiesa, I'm sorry, Chiesa is the guy. At least for me, he'd be the guy moving forward. He would be the guy that I'm building this team around, who I want to basically give a lifetime contract. Yes, it's been one season, but he is showing that potential. He shows, more importantly than the potential and all the effort that he puts on the field, which is very important, is that he shows his love and his passion for this club. I have not seen anybody, especially if you look from 2019, 2020 to last year, who just showed the joy and love and passion of playing for this freaking club, loving the badge on their jersey. There's nothing better than what I saw from Federico Chiesa. And to me, he should be the future. He should be locked down for Juventus for all, not for all time, but until he retires. He should be, God willing, the next Del Piero, the next Buffon, any of those kind of players. That's what I hope he will be. And actually, I do have a topic I want to talk about. Never mind. We're not going to cover it now. This video will be a half hour long if I do that. Anyway, let's move on. But that's my point of view, is just Chiesa. There's nothing to me, there's nothing I'm going to do besides say Federico Chiesa is the future of the club. And then Gazzetta dello Sport is talking about Locatelli, saying that Allegri made it clear that he wants Locatelli, the player who will be the only big money signing the club will make this summer. So, again, same stuff we talk about every day. Just keep confirming it and keep churning that out. But basically, yeah, Locatelli needs to get done. And going back to, like I said, when we talk about the player signings and all the issues with that, it just needs to be done, and that needs to be it. We need to get Locatelli. If you don't sign anybody else, I will deal with that, but I won't be happy about it. But, regardless, that's fine. Just make sure Locatelli is a Juventus player next season. We need that in the midfield. We can't do another, season of what we have in the midfield currently. Then we've got Calcio Mercato, who's talking about Pjanic, saying that Pjanic is... Oh, why did my voice do that? Pjanic. Sorry. Oh, Mickey Mouse. Anyway, Pjanic is hoping he can return to Juventus. However, Juventus's priority is signing Locatelli and a striker. So other news that I also saw was just basically, again, yeah, he's hoping, maybe in the words of Romeo Agresti, that maybe this is a bit of a utopia for Pjanic. And I'm going to use it in my terminology, which means it's a fantasy. It's not happening. Again, give it up. I understand why he's not giving it up. But I think I had to take yesterday basically saying that if this coming season, if Juventus has on the books that they have Artur and then they add Pjanic back, then that will be a masterclass by Barca that they pulled that off, that they were able to, get rid of Artur, bring him to Juventus, and then with Pjanic, send him right back to the club that did that deal with them. So that way that we're dealing with all the, struggles of dealing with that kind of player on our books. Again, I like Pjanic, love his kid and all that stuff, but move on. It's time to move on, guys. We don't need to keep backtracking unless they're suitable talents. Which I'm sorry, he's not to me. All right, and then we've got Perin. Juventus told Perin that he could only leave on a permanent deal. If no offer comes in, he will be the backup goalkeeper. That is Gazzetta dello Sport saying that. I can't remember if I said that or not. Regardless, Juventus told... but I agree. I don't want to say he's a pain because I understand where he's coming from. I understand that he wants to play for the national team and be a backup and, build his way up. But the problem with that is, what is our option otherwise? You signed a deal to play for Juventus. Otherwise, yeah, I'd be okay with going for Sirigu. But it looks like right now, if they're only going for 2 players, like, I think, let me pull that up real quick. Let me make sure. I saw that. Let me, I'm not seeing it right now, but I'm pretty sure I saw a report that basically said that Juventus is going after a midfielder and a striker. Maybe I had it on here and I'm missing it, but that seems to be the consensus report. So if you're not going after a goalkeeper, maybe, I don't know if when you say you're going after a midfielder, Locatelli, and then a striker, whoever that may be, that those are the big money offers. And obviously I also said that Locatelli is going to be the only big money. So then if we put that in perspective, the big money would be 40 million euros. So what is suitable to allocate for a striker? Who knows? But if you were to sign like Sirigu, who is, basically going to be released from his contract, and then you have like, it's not super expensive, but you're still adding a player to the books, does that count? So that's the one thing I look at, because if it's not counting, then basically it's going to be Perin. You're going to sit your ass on the bench and enjoy the ride for the next season. That's what's going to happen. I'm sorry, your other club, if you want to go back to or wherever, they didn't feel strongly enough to purchase you. That's my thoughts. I don't know if it's, just getting a little bit taxing just talking about it over, each and every day about his situation and all that. Like, I get it, but I'm sorry you signed the deal. There's a lot of contracts I signed with my work environment that I'm not too happy about, but I deal with them. Anyway, that's been all the news I have for you today regarding Juventus. Make sure you check in tomorrow. We'll have more rundown of everything Juventus, especially, and then tomorrow we got the Euro. Just get hyped, guys. Get excited. Can't wait. And just make sure you're cheering on Italy to win that final and maybe give us a little bit of a taste of what it felt like that I remember of 2006 all over again. Anyway, make sure that you're liking the video. Like our boy Giuseppe says, maximum of likes. Make sure you give all the likes that you can. It really helps us. And then smash that subscribe button so that way you can stay up to date with everything on the channel, as well as that bell icon. Anyway, and then also make sure you follow Bianconerizone on Twitter and Instagram at Bianconerizone, and follow me at Justin Sofro on Twitter. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri, and Forza Azzurri.